Ooh. Hello. Hello, everyone. Give me 1 second because I'll try to mute everyone. All right. Michaela, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to get started since it's 9:01.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, E.T. That's right, baby. Welcome to another edition of Bring It From the Bottom, baby. Thank God it's Monday. Woo! All right. Woo! Y'all know I'm pumped up, baby. I'm pumped up. Look me in my eye. As a matter of fact, feel my soul. Never give up. Yup, hear me. Never give up. Yup, never give up. Don't look at me. Look at me. I'm talking to you. Never give up.
Eric, I've got to tell you, the atmosphere inside Michigan Stadium was electric all day today.
Yup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And that ain't even what I'm talking about. Yeah, you think I'm talking about the Michigan State game, right? This is deeper than that. Never give up. Never give up. Never give in. Are you hearing me? Look, my boys was texting me. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. My boys was texting me, right? They hit me up like, E.T., it's over. I promise y'all on everything I love. I put text 10 seconds. That's all I said, 10 seconds. Listen to me. Never give up. We're not talking about no game right now. Never give up. Never give in. We're not talking about no game. We talk about your life. Never give up and never give in. I'm going to take you deeper than that. Okay, so I had an opportunity to be here, right? I got an opportunity to come to practice, right? I got an opportunity to be around Coach. I got an opportunity throughout the week to hear the themes that Coach is giving, right? Wow, and this one was deep. I'm with Coach D'Antonio. Listen to me. I'm one of the best in what I do, and I'm still coming to practice. Why? Because I'm coming to learn. I'm coming to watch the best. And when I come, guys, listen to me. When I come, I don't come to talk. I come to learn. And listen to me. You can't get to the never give up, never give in if you don't get the big picture. So I don't want to surface you out with the never give up. Yeah, you saw the game. You saw 10 seconds left. You saw what they did. But listen to me closely. Listen to me closely. Like this week, and I can't give it all away. But this week, when he told me to adjust the team, he said, this week, we're not talking about turnovers. No turnovers. He never talked about the possession of the game. No, he said, E.T., do me a favor. When you talk, I need to talk about mental toughness. And listen to me, you cannot not give up. You cannot not give in without mental toughness. So you just get the piece of it when you see game, but you don't get the mind behind it. You don't get the preparation. So I got to get you ready because you are going to come up against some moments in your life. I've been there. You're going to come up with some moments in your life with the never give up and the never give in. And if you don't understand what Coach is teaching, see, that's what Coach taught. Coach knew that not that actual play, but he knew that stream of events might happen. And so he got to mentally prepare because skill can't get you past certain things. Quickness, agility can't get you. You got to have mental toughness. So I remember my mother-in-law. I remember when they told her she had like 3 months to live, right? She had cancer, was just spreading all over her body, right? And I remember they sent her home. Listen to me. I'm going to show you this part. I got to show you this. I'm telling you, there's going to come a time in your life. My man said in the news report, he already said it was over.
People are spilling out of Michigan Stadium into the streets of Ann Arbor celebrating as the Paul Bunyan Trophy is back in Ann Arbor for the first time since 2012.
You got to listen to it. He had already said it's over. They already left the stands. Oh, you're not hearing me. They had already left the stands, right? It was over. Everybody said it was over. Listen to me. They sent my mother-in-law home. They sent her home to die. Somebody told you it was over. Somebody told you that just go home and die. But watch this. My mother-in-law still lines up. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Never give up. Never give in. 10 seconds left. They still lined up. They still played the plays. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Somebody sent you home. Somebody told you you'll never be a doctor. They sent you home. You failed. They sent you home. Law school. They sent you home. Some wife, she told you, that's it. I don't want to be married to you. Some husband, he told you, I don't want to be married to you. And he left. Listen to me very closely. You got 10 seconds left. Never give up. Never give up. Never give in. You got 10 seconds left. You play that 10 seconds. Listen to me. When they send you home for dead, I will not die but live. When they send you home, you play that last 10 seconds. You don't give up on me. You don't quit on me. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You man up. This last 10 seconds, you woman up. Those last 10 seconds, you get your life back. Those last 10 seconds, you get your family back. It's your boy E.T. saying, listen to me, never. Look at me, I'm here. That's not what I read in the book. It's not what I heard. It's what I'm telling you, never give up. And with 10 seconds left, we're not talking about no game. We just using the game as a lesson. But Coach said it. When y'all get out there this weekend, Coach Dan Antonio said it. I need mental toughness. And I'm telling you, when you come up against that thing, you gotta outdo that thing. And you can't do it when you get there. You gotta already make up your mind before you get to cancer. You gotta make up before your mind, before you get to that exam and pass that exam. You gotta make up in your mind when you talk to your husband, when you talk to your wife, when you talk to that sickness. You gotta look at it before you even get to it. Coach had them ready. He had them ready. So when that moment came, they played that last 10 seconds. And you saw the outcome. So I'm telling you, never give up. Feel my soul. Look at my eyes. Never give up. I don't care how hard. I don't care how difficult. I will keep practice. Never give up and never give in. I don't care what it is. Never give up and never give in. Why? Because some skill not going to get you to do certain things, but phenomenal will allow you to do everything. Buster Douglas got past Mike Tyson. Why? Mental toughness. Muhammad Ali got past George Foreman in his old age. Mental toughness. E.T. got past homeless. E.T. got past high school dropout. E.T. got past belly. E.T. got past it all. Why? Mental toughness. So don't you ever give up. Are you listening to me? 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds. As long as you got breath in your nostril, you got 10 seconds. Don't you ever give up. Don't you ever give in, because I never told you it would be easy. But with mental toughness, you can get it done. So it's your boy E.T. saying, I don't care how hard you fall. Yep, I hear you, Zig. Yep, I hear you, Zig. I don't care how hard you fall. Yep, I hear you, Les. Yep, I hear you, Les. Yep, I don't care how hard you fall. Fall on your back. Because if you can fall on your back, you can look up. And if you can look up, you can get up. It's your boy E.T. saying, I'm counting on you, and you counting on me. You can get through this. You bigger than this. You better than this. You tougher than this. And when you get to the other side, you're going to be better. You're going to be bigger. You're going to be older. You got to get through this. Get together. Thank God.
Oh, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen West Jackson, and he scores.
All right. So I hope you guys could see and hear that, because there is no more powerful message in this business than to never give up. You guys are going to be tried and pushed to your limits every single day. And mental toughness is what wins in this business. It will help you succeed, and without it, it will be very, very difficult for you to push forward and to reach your goals in this business. So I wanted to play that message for you first before we get in tonight's meeting. For all of you who don't know me, I am Leslie Davis. I am the founder of Team Accelerate. Our team is ranked number 28 in the Coach Network. I've been in the business 2.5 years with my husband. I am a 6-star diamond coach, and I'm really here and excited to help each and every one of you reach your goals as part of our Dash to Diamond group. Tonight's topic is really around instilling belief and overcoming your fears with running a business and being an entrepreneur. I tend to take the approach when it comes to that topic of this as a business, not just as a coach, because you guys have $1 million opportunity sitting in your hand, and it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. And every day you decide to show up is a day that you're moving your business forward. So So last week we talked a little bit about recruitment. This week, I honestly think it's the most powerful week for all of you guys. Not just because it's me and I'm talking about leading this group, but because it truly is the foundation to being a successful entrepreneur. If you're not mentally tough, if you don't have the right mindset, it is going to be extremely difficult for you to succeed. And it's not, it's more so because you are going to be faced with a lot of rejection, and you have to take it with a smile, and you have to get up and brush yourself off. And I love that ET. If you guys don't know Eric Thompson, tune into his YouTube channel. He has Thank God It's Monday every Monday, and I absolutely love it to start my week. That was the Michigan State game this weekend, and when I saw him post that it was actually late on Monday, it was just such a powerful message that we can all learn from. With this business, what I was saying is it's really tough to get through some of those moments, especially around your 5th, 6th month as a coach period and time frame, when you're kind of coming out of your warm market and you're going into your cold market, and you start to hear a lot of no's, and you start to hear maybe a lot of crickets, what I call crickets, which is you send them a message, and then they disappear and fall off the face of the earth. You're going to get negative feedback. You're going to have close family. I don't know what it is with family, but they're the first people to kind of want to bring you down and kind of question your desires to be a successful coach and to run your own business. I don't know what it is with blood, but they just are the first people to kind of want to sink your ship. And it's really about you and what you want to do and how you're going to push through those moments. And I'll tell you, the 4, 5, 6 month mark is going to be your most trying time as a coach. Once you hit diamond, moving beyond diamond is the second most trying time as a coach. And you have to turn to personal development. You have to dig your teeth and your mind deep into personal development to get yourself through those times if you don't have a strong belief system already. So I wanted to start off with that. And I also want to open this conversation up for any questions that you guys have, for anything that you're feeling, if you're overwhelmed with the group, if you have questions about what was posted last week when we talked about recruiting, and really kind of building your team and laying some foundational work to your business, or even around our topic this evening, which is instilling and creating belief and overcoming fears. So I'll stop there for a second, since we're already about 10, 13 minutes into the meeting, and just open it up. I like to kind of get some urgent questions, if anybody has questions, on the table first, and then we'll go from there. So does anybody have any questions or want to talk about anything? I can't see the entire screen, or maybe this is the entire screen. Before we get started, or before we continue, I should say, we've already started. And if you do, I've muted everybody, so you can either like throw up a hand, use the chat window, or unmute yourself. Okay. So if there aren't any questions, this is probably going to be fairly short, being that I've already kind of discussed the meat of this. I did want to talk about what you can expect this week. We've already kind of gotten into the vital behaviors and why they're so very important in this business. There are a couple national wake-up calls that I think are really important, especially if you struggle with, belief or overcoming fears. Becky Brissett, she did a national wake-up call a few weeks ago, very powerful wake-up call. I encourage you to listen to that playback or that podcast. And then also, since we're on the topic of vital behaviors, Danielle's from this week is very, very important, especially as we go into, and I'm sure your upline coaches have talked to you about this time of year, especially as we go through this time of year, you're going to get a lot of natural pushback and resistance from people who aren't going to want to start their journey or continue it because they may be saving for Christmas, or they're inundated with Christmas, or holiday shopping, and their focus is kind of not on losing weight rather than probably maintaining it. Or, some people just forego it during this time of year and say, hey, I'll just start in the beginning of the year. So it is a very known cycle during this time of year that it is very difficult to reach people. So it's very important that you continue to plow forward and you continue to invite every single day. And one of the biggest words of advice that I have for you guys is from GoPro. I'm sure many of you have read that book. If you haven't, highly recommend Eric Worre's GoPro book. Extremely good. But in there, he talks about how very important it is to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome of a conversation or an invite. It is probably the biggest tip or advice that I give our team with this going into this season, and then also just in general when you're inviting. I hear it, and I've already read a lot of the commentary or posts from what we've had this week and last week in regards to some of the struggles that you guys are having, and the resistance to invites or not hearing anything or not moving your business forward. It's normal. It happens during this time of year. And you also, you have to just keep going and keep plowing forward and realize that you have something amazing to offer people, whether it's in your challenge groups to help them get physically fit, or whether it's part of your team and building a partnership with someone to help them with their personal lives or their professional lives, or even to get financially fit. You have something incredible to offer, and to really appreciate that and to acknowledge that and to share that with others is going to be extremely powerful for your business. And you have to get over the fear of hearing no, or quite frankly, getting resistance or getting questions, negative commentary back when you invite someone. You have to learn to let that roll off your back and to continue moving forward. Because if you let that bring you down, you will quickly sink your ship. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it time and time again. And the best words of advice that I can share with you there is personal development. And I know there's this stigma around personal development with some people that they're like, I don't want to read, or I don't need personal development, or I don't want to do that self-help type stuff. It's not about that, guys. You're going to hear no. You're going to hear some really hard stories. You're going to hear people come to you, and you're almost going to feel like a counselor sometimes. And that's going to weigh heavily on you personally. And it's so very important that you start your days with a very fresh perspective and a fresh mindset, so you can serve your audience as best as possible, and that you are benefiting you first in this business. I always say it's a very selfish business. And I say that with a smile, because we have the benefit of working on us and sharing our journey, and that actually grows our business. So like Danielle was saying yesterday, working the vital behaviors and working a program from start to finish is so important. And you've got to be a product of the product. You've got to do personal development. You've got to go out there and share and invite with your heart, and know that you have something unbelievable to offer. And hearing no just means it's a not right now, and you're going to have a yes down the road. If you let no stop you, it's just going to stall your progress as you move forward. And I know all of you being committed to the group that you're in right now don't want that to happen. So you have to hone in on what's important to you. You have to kind of set your goals and don't stray from them, and know that, it's not you when somebody says no or you don't hear back. It's just not that person's time, and that's okay. So you have to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome of an invite and conversation and keep moving forward. And it truly is one of the biggest things that have helped me personally become successful in such a short period of time. And it's something that I think could benefit this entire network and group of individuals as you push toward your diamond and plus above goals for this year and next year. That's really all I have. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me. I'm happy to discuss anything. No questions? Okay, you're a quiet bunch. Nothing at all? You can ask me anything. It doesn't even have to be on this. Let me see. Oh, someone else, Deb was just also recommending Go for No as another quick, easy, and effective read for personal development, which I recommend too. And then I also put up, if you haven't seen it already in the group, I put up a list of recommended personal development books by type. Oh, that's a good point to make too. I know for me in the beginning, I would just pick up books. Someone would recommend it and I'd buy it. I have a stack of books I haven't read. I can confess. But every time someone would do it, I would just buy it and be like, oh, let me start reading it. It's really, really important that you assess what area you need to strengthen or what area you want to continue to strengthen. Sometimes I don't like focusing on our weaknesses. I like strengthening our strengths because that's what makes us great leaders. So really hone in on what is important to you right now in your business and what you would like to focus on, and assess what that is and find a book that matches that. And don't just kind of pick random things and finish the book. I'll talk from my own advice. I went through a period of time where I was just buying all kinds of stuff and I would read 10 pages and then I'd move to the next book. Finish the books. They're worth it. Okay, so we have a question. Let's see. I have discount coaches, but no one working the business. How do you encourage your discount coaches to go for it? All right, so honestly, here's my words of advice on that. You work with the willing. And not saying your discount coaches aren't willing, but if they're discount coaches, that wasn't the reason why they chose to join you. They chose to join you because they're working on their own accountability and their own journey. So I would encourage you to take note of that and to help them through their journey. The best way you can help a discount coach see the benefit of coaching is by helping them get their results and sharing their results on social media. That will at least get them going and building their own confidence that they too can do what you're doing. That is a surefire way of igniting a discount coach's passion for wanting to do this. But you have to understand where they are right now and what their goals are right now. And you cannot try to pigeonhole them into becoming a business builder. It will never work. I can guarantee you that. What is your number one suggestion for keeping challengers motivated through an entire challenge group? Oh God. So that's tough too. Again, you know, similar to coaches, I actually think the mindset of a challenger is the same thing as a coach. They have to be committed. They have to be wanting to make a change, whether that's physically or with their business. And if they're not, there is nothing in this world you can do that's going to motivate them. They have to be able to motivate themselves to want it and do it. They have to be self-committed. There is no magic pill, no magic to making people do the work. You can give them all the tools in the world. And believe me, I've had some groups where I give them everything. I've created meal plans. I've given them recipes. I've done video chats and Zoom chats, and I still will get crickets the third week because people aren't mentally committed. And it takes some real soul searching for people to realize that they want it and they need it and they need to move forward with their goals. And until they get in that place, it's going to be very difficult for you, and I hate to use the word, to push them along and to motivate them, because it won't work. And it won't work for your challengers, and it won't work for your coaches either. it's sort of where we've all kind of grasped onto this philosophy of working with the willing, because that's where you're going to have the biggest bang for your buck with the people who are really wanting to do the work to achieve success in both the challenge group setting as well as your coaches. I know it's such a backwards way of answering your question, but that's true. Yes, babe, you can't lead a horse to water. Let's see. With the new Hammer and Chisel program coming out, is there going to be a script to follow for the challenge groups? So yeah, I mean, if you're Stacy, if you're referring to the scripts that are in the online office for like daily posts, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, you know, Beachbody always releases, when you go into the back office, product toolkits. Hammer and Chisel will have it, and in the FAQ they'll update when it's available, and sometimes it's available a few days before the actual launch. So for those who don't know, it launches on December 1st. So I would assume that maybe by the end of November, they'll start to put some of that documentation in the back office. At least they did for size and what else did we have recently? God, we've had so many new product launches. But they're typically a few days ahead of schedule with the documentation, if that's what you're referring to. If not, just let me know that I totally did not answer your question. Plus, if they sees you having success, will be more likely to naturally want to become a coach, depending on what drives them. I was a skeptic and discount coach and fell in love with the business on my own. Very true. Yeah, good point, Ray. And it's true. I've had several discount coaches turn business builders, but it was really because of their journey, because they saw success, they believed in our products more, and you know, with that belief and with that newfound confidence, they feel better about themselves. We all know anybody can coach, right? But not anybody is going to have the confidence that we have to put themselves out there and to try to help others when they're still on their journey. It's the number one thing we hear, right? When you go to invite someone to the opportunity, or you're following up with a challenger that's kicking ass and doing everything right in the challenge group, and you're like, man, you're doing my job. Why don't you join our team and get paid for it? And you know, their first words are, oh, I can't coach anyone because I still got a long way to go, right? That's nothing against you and the opportunity. It's just something personally they have to work through. Of course, we can encourage them and show them, you know, we have coaches that are still in their journey and they're very successful because that's what people relate to. But at the end of the day, they've got to have that courage. They've got to be brave enough to put themselves out there and have the confidence to put themselves out there to really start this business. Sorry, guys, I get really passionate about this stuff. You can ask my team. I get really excited when I talk about all of this. So when you look at the business builders on your team, have they come from your challenge groups? Is there any pattern as to where you have or how you've connected to ones that have been interested in working in business? That's a great question, Lynn. And you know what? I've talked to a lot of top coaches, and I've you know, I'm a big believer in success leaves clues, and I eat them up all day long. So I'm like on people's ass about like what they're doing and how they're successful. So what I've seen a lot of top coaches say is, honestly, when you ask them, they're like, I don't know where my top coaches come from. And it's because, for me, I do personally convert a lot of challengers into coaches. It's just my personal method that's worked really well for me. But I will say a lot of my, you know, Diamond Plus coaches just found me. And they kind of fell in my lap, really, honestly, a big group of them. So it's really about continuing to help, for me, continuing to help those that are still growing their business to continue down that road and to continue to help them find their voice in this business. And then also a large part of your journey while you're kind of building your business and really figuring out what your voice is amongst the other 400,000 coaches in this network is going to be dedicated to attraction marketing. So I encourage all of you, if you haven't gone through this exercise, Katie Hefner has a YouTube video about, I think it's Katie, right, Michaela? You know, right? It's about picking your ideal, I took it down for another call I just did. I took my lovely Carrie down. My meat Carrie is missing. But it's basically, you go through this exercise and you write down your ideal characteristics or your characteristics of your ideal customer or client or coach, and you craft everything you create with them in mind. Yeah, there you go. Michaela's done it. So Michaela's on my team. She's heard me mention this so many times, but it is a excellent way to attract the right people to your business. And when I say right people, there are some people that are not in my target market that I will never attract. My husband will probably attract more men than I ever will. I think I might have one male coach on my team. And it's because that's not who I speak to when I post or when I make videos or when I write blog posts. I talk to women in their mid-30s who have children, who are probably in a career and who want to get out of that career and who are looking to, get fit and healthy and do something different with their lives. That is my target audience. And that's who I speak to when I write my posts, when I invite to the business opportunity. Everything goes into those posts with that person on my mind. And that's who I attract. So if I want to attract strong, driven, confident women, that's how my post is reflected. So I encourage you guys to look up Katie's YouTube. It's out there. I have it in one of my Evernote files. I'll grab it too, and I'll post it into the Dash to Diamond group as well, because it's an excellent exercise to go through to really hone in on your target market and to really start to speak to them when you develop any content across any of your social networks. And that will really, really help you start to attract the business people that you want into your business. I got that from one of my coaches. I need to see results. Yeah. I mean, that's so common. You're going to hear it from a lot of your coaches. They need to see results. So you know what? If they're telling you that, get them the results. Check in with them. Make sure they're drinking Shakeology. Make sure they're always on a program. Stay connected to your coaches. I think it's really easy, and I can say this for myself. I'm actually going through an action plan myself to reconnect with a lot of my coaches that signed up with me years ago, or not years, I've only been in the business 2.5 years, but within the last couple years, I've lost connections with because they've kind of gone off on their own. But reconnect with your coaches. If you have a group of coaches, get them in a challenge group. Especially during this time of year, get them committed to a program and to drinking Shakeology to the end of the year and sharing their results, because that's going to help them. And if that's what they're telling you, that's their goal. You work with them on their goal, not your goal, their goal, because eventually that'll come back to you. Well, Steve, you probably are attracting women to your market through your content. It's not a bad thing, especially as coaches. We're predominantly a woman business, but it's good. A big thing about this business, visualize. Absolutely, Ray. I love you, Ray. You're an ET fan. I can already tell. Business fitness journey is being able to visualize and believe in the end goal before it happens. Absolutely. Something I always tell our team too. You have to, the saying, do you see it before you believe it, or you believe it before you see it? And you have to be able to visualize that you can be successful in this business, that you have everything it takes to be successful in this business. And it's you and up to you only to make it happen. So visualizing that every day, some things you can do, like having boards up. I'm surrounded, if you guys could even see, I'm surrounded by, I have boards. It tells, my top of that board says I'm a 15-star diamond coach. I ain't a 15-star diamond coach, but I will be. My team's ranked top 20. We will be. And that's for 2015. Those are all the coaches I've signed and where they're at, and success starters and how many I won in success starters. All my medals behind me. I visualize my success when running. Having all of that around you and being there, visually see your success in front of you, whether you have it now or not, is extremely powerful, because you start to believe it. And that belief will take you so far in life, not even just with coaching or being an entrepreneur. It's so powerful. So I absolutely agree with you, Ray. Jamie, does she want to work the business? Like I said, you can't force people to work the business. So instead of and here's something extremely hard, and it was very tough in the beginning stages as I was growing this business, because we want it so bad, right? We want it so bad for every coach that we sign up to just be that coach that blazes the trail, that just goes out there, is successful, reaches star diamond, blows up our volume. We see it, right? Every coach we sign up, I always see their potential. We see the potential in them way before they ever see it in themselves. But the thing is, if you spin your wheels on the same person every single day, you're dead in your tracks. You're not going to go anywhere. So instead of always focusing on that one person, they've got to be willing to want it. They have got to want to build this business. If they don't, move on. If you keep spinning your wheels, you will get no traction, you will get no momentum, and you will not move forward. You have got to just keep plowing forward and keep finding more and more people. There was a great analogy that Scotty Hobbs, I told you I love eating clues all day long, and you can quote me on that. Scotty Hobbs had said in one of his calls or something that I was listening to, our job, what's going to help us become successful is finding the helium balloons, right? All day long, if all you have are air-blown balloons, you're going to be doing this all day long, right? You're going to be chasing around, trying to hit up all these balloons all day long. You want to find the helium balloon that you hit once and it stays up in the air and you don't have to go back to them. But the only way you can find those helium balloons is by finding more people and by inviting more people into this business and to be a coach on the team. Not every single person. And the statistics show 1 out of 10 coaches is going to go emerald or above in your business. 1 out of 10. So if you only have 10 coaches on your team, only one of them is likely going to be a helium balloon. And they might be a half helium, half air balloon. And so if you want to be a 15-star diamond coach, you need 150 people on your team. So you have to, I hate saying this is a numbers game. I don't like the word game when I say that, but it is all about numbers. The more people you bring into this business, the more opportunity you have to help them grow, because some of them, not all of them, are going to be willing to want to put the elbow grease into this business to grow. Not everybody's going to want it. Not everybody is like us. And you have to be okay with that, and you have to keep moving forward, just like with challengers and challenge groups that don't want to do the work. You just got to do what you can and keep moving forward. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading your question, Lynn. Okay, so sharing your story. So a large part of this business, this whole business, you are your biggest asset in this business. And it is so important that, one, you keep yourself in check every single day first. No one comes above you, except for obviously your faith or your family, or whatever you might have, in a belief system. But at the end of the day, before you can serve your groups, your challengers, your coaches, you have to take care of yourself first. So I always say you're your biggest asset. That means you need to be working out, you need to be sharing your journey, and a large part of that is sharing your story. So depending on, I don't know your story personally, Lynn, but depending on what you have, there are millions of people out there, and you're going to attract the people that can relate best to you, right? So you've heard it, you wrote it, you heard it. It's so important for you to share that part of your journey, because that's what people are going to connect to. That's what people are going to want to know. You're human, you're real, you're not this cookie cutter Beachbody coach that's out there just, banging it up, getting fit and doing everything perfect. They want to know that you're relatable and your story is a large part of your journey. So I would recommend, I think I posted in that list, anything that's around confidence, building confidence. A great book is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Highly, highly recommend that for anybody that lacks confidence or belief in themselves. So that would definitely be one of them, but there's also some others that I listed under there. And I think I put a confidence category up there. But I'll look and I'll give you some other specific ideas as well. Andrea, at what point do you give up on somebody that say they're interested but never does anything? You know, I check in. It depends on like who it is. They've got to show their work that they're making progress. So as far as a coach, I don't know if it's a coach or a challenger you're referring to. I'm gonna say maybe a coach. So if it's a coach, I will not work with someone who's not willing to put the work forward. So if they're meeting me halfway, then I'm going to meet them halfway. And they've got to show that they're doing what is needed to move the business forward, which are obviously the 3 vital behaviors, and that they're tracking their business. So for me, if somebody is constantly telling me, I'm not getting traction, I'm not doing this, I need more of your time, can we talk, can we chat? There's got to be purpose and there's got to be work behind that. So I usually require them to show me what they've been doing, whether that's their conversations, whether that's their tracking, whether that's their lists. It depends on what area they're working on. But at the end of the day, even if it's a challenger, I give them the tools, I give them the templates, I give them the accountability group. I check in every single day with my own accountability. There's nothing else I can do. And I check in with them offline as too. So I do recommend, if you are in a group setting and you have quiet people who haven't been checking in, I also private message people, because some people just don't have the personality to want to check in a group setting. They might like the atmosphere and like to see what people are doing, creeper or lurker or whatever you want to call them, but personally aren't extroverted or don't want to kind of share that part of their journey yet publicly. So I always follow up people in PM as well, in a Facebook Messenger as well. So I do encourage you to do that, because a lot of times it's just that they don't want to open up in a public setting, and they'll spill their guts to you in a private message. But beyond that, if they don't return my messages or my attempts to contact them or help them through it, I move on. You know, it sounds mean, but hey, I can't do the work for them. I also have a really hard time sharing on social media. I've only posted a couple things on Instagram, but haven't been able to do Facebook. I'm usually private on Facebook. Why? I don't know who this is. Drummond is how it comes up on my screen. What's holding you back from wanting to post on social media, if you don't mind me asking, Sarah? I don't know if Sarah, if you're still on, if you unmute, like I just want to know what are you hesitant on posting on social media? Because like I know sometimes I have teachers who you know, obviously have security reasons or worried about that aspect, but I'm just trying to, like I said, people on Facebook that I'm not very close to, that I don't want to share everything with. Remove them. If it's not someone who you're going to, so here's the thing. And this is just me thinking, and you know, this is how I run my business. If they're not in line with my target audience, or my target market, and never will be, and are negative on my page, or aren't someone who's going to, you know, move my business forward, I remove them. Honestly, like if you're never going to connect with that person, if you're never going to help them as part of this, I treat Facebook as a business. I am not on Facebook, it sounds weird, to socialize outside of my business. I mean, I'll post things, obviously I'm not on there always talking about Beachbody or my business. I also talk about my family, and I build that rapport through my life as like a little mini reality TV show. But that's the purpose of Facebook. It is a business asset to me. It is not a social asset. So if it's somebody that I'm never going to connect with, or I'm not going to have, you know, personally speaking, for the women on the call, if a male friend requests me and they have no mutual friendships or are not a Beachbody coach visibly on their Facebook page, I block them. I don't even delete their request. I block them, because I'm never going to connect with them, and I don't know what their intentions are. And it's not something that I don't think I can service a male audience well enough. You know, not everybody will do that, but that's my personal preference. So for you, if it's someone that you're not you're not going to be feeling comfortable sharing something with, honestly, why would you have them on Facebook then? I think it's really important. I think you will have a hard time growing if you don't share your journey along the way. People need to see success first to want to join us. They need to hear it. They need to be part of it. They need to see your journey. A lot of people, they sit back and it's like they expect us to fail and they want to see us fail. And then when we succeed, they believe, right? And they're like, oh, okay, well, what she's doing, oh, it's really working. Oh, she's in the Millionaires Club now. Oh, she got a free trip. Oh, what is she doing now? Then they start paying attention. But if you're not sharing your journey as part of your business, it's going to be really, really hard to grow, honestly. So yes, I think that would be tough. So let me see. I don't want to share everything. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Sarah, I would remove them. I'm mean. I'm one of those mean people. I've had male creeps that once asked me if I'm single. Yep, block. See ya. Peace. I don't hesitate with my block button, by the way. It's like my friend. I block as much as I probably like. See my reservation is serious. I made an accelerated page for personal. Yeah, you can definitely do that too. Stacy had a great option. I mean, you can make a separate page if you want to keep it very separate, personal versus business. You can definitely separate those off and also do a fan page, business like page. That's totally good too. Good suggestion. Yeah, remove them negative people. Yeah, absolutely. So work out things to become friends. So look for a girlfriend. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? It was really great chatting with you guys. If you have questions throughout the week or at all, feel free to post them in the group page, the Dash of Diamond page, because we'll certainly, I know I will jump in and help wherever I can. Yeah. Lynn, I don't know if you were on in the beginning. It's always the close friends. In fact, family members that are the least supportive. I don't know why it is, but it is definitely. And believe me, I've deleted like all my cousins, second cousins, and all kinds of people in the beginning. I'm like, they're never gonna do this. But yeah, family sometimes is the worst all the time, actually. And until they warm up. It took my dad 2 years. If anybody follows me now, my dad's a huge part of my journey and my success now, but it took him 2 years to try Shakeology. I'm like, dude, I'll give it to you free, Dad. Drink it. And he was so hesitant. He'd rather take 20 freaking vitamins before drinking a shake. Yeah, Lacey, good point too. You can create lists. So your friend list, you can break them off and segment them and create lists. And when you post, you can post to that certain list. So it can be a public post. It could be a private post. It could be a post to a specific group or list of people. Yes, the Colts. Oh, man, you guys are a good group. Excited I could answer some questions. All right. So I won't keep you guys any longer. I already went over 18 minutes of my time. Sorry about that. Yes. Yes, we are a cult. We are a cult who worships being healthy and living long lives. All right. All right, guys. If you have any questions this week, feel free to post them in the group. Tag me if it's anything that you want me to answer directly. Happy to help. I hope you guys have a good night and enjoy the rest of the Dash Diamonds group. Bye, guys.